All right, guys, what is going on, guys? Today, another day. Today is Wednesday. Um, Man, just looking at this, coming back, and it's just like another consolidating day, man. It's so frustrating, man. Another consolidating day. Um, just like yesterday, I didn't take a trade yesterday because it didn't follow my entry areas, right? And I decided not to take a trade, and it ended up going where I wanted to go. And today it's just like, man, consolidating trade. And I took one trade and I lost. I'll show y'all why here in a second. But man, it just sucks that I feel like the days where I miss a trade or I'm missing out on an opportunity is when it's a trending market. And then whenever I do see a setup or I do see my entry plan, it's always in a consolidating market. It's just, I don't know. But okay, so we come here, we start the day. I woke up here around 6:30. Yeah, 6:30, 6:25, around there. I woke up, I looked at the market. I'm like, okay, this time I realize it's a consolidating market. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm not gonna go for nothing too crazy. If the market gives me an opportunity to get in, I'll get in, right? So I just start by pulling my Fibonacci, right? And I notice that my bias was longs coming into this too, right? I'm like, I know it's a consolidating market, but hey, I like the longs because we've been in this crazy uptrend. I mean, look at this. We've been crazy uptrend. Everything, the EMA is green, crazy uptrend in the higher time frames. Just, overall really bullish, right? I don't expect a reversal. I don't expect anything like that until price shows me it's ready to reverse. Um, so go back to the 5 minute. So go back to the 5 minute, and we see that it's consolidating. So I draw my support and my resistance, right? So I told myself, I'm like, okay, I'm only gonna try to find an entry either in my supports or my resistances, right? That's where I'm gonna try to find an entry at, right? I missed this one. This one's a clean one. Now I look back at it, the way it engulfed right here on this candle, that would have been a clean. How much would that have been? I would have aimed for the nearest low, which would have been probably right here, right here. That would have been 8x, and that would have been clean if I would have. But this is, I think, during London. Yes, that's like during London. I wasn't awake at that time. And clean, so I come in, I wake up. Okay, I draw on my face. I'm like, okay, it looks like it's still respecting the support zone because every time price went to this level, buyers came in and shot this up. I mean, as you can see right here, buyers came in, shot this up, buyers came in, shot this up. So then I expected to do the same thing for buyers to shoot this back up again, um, on this level right here. So I'm like, okay. So we get this strong push up, right? We get this strong push up, and we get an engulfing, right? We get an engulfing right here for the buyers. So I'm like, okay, cool. We get this engulfing right here. I'm like, okay, buyers are more in control of the market right now. And I took a trade, right? I took a trade right here. So I put my longs in after this candle closed. I put my stops at 4 points, and I was just aiming for this high right here. I was just aiming for this high. So in the meantime, I wanted to go for a 2R, right? At least a 2 risk to reward ratio, at least a 2. But I'm like, man, I don't know. Let's just keep it safe, and let's just go for these highs. I was even aiming a little bit lower, probably around here, but I'll put it right here, right? So I was like, let me just try to get that. And so we got a good push up. So we did get a good push up, but then it started to come back down and got big a big red candle down. I'm just like, man, like at this point I'm thinking like, what's going on? Like, I know it's consolidating, but I've seen in the previous that buyers has pushed this up. I know buyers are sitting here, right? I know buyers are sitting here. So what ended up happening, I get stopped out obviously, and I'm like, okay, I'm done. you know, I'm done trading for the day. It's consolidating. I don't like to trade consolidating markets. I gave it a shot. I lost one time and I'm done, right? I'm done because I don't like the market conditions right now that it's in. So I stopped, and eventually my play ended up playing out. I just didn't do it. I entered too early, basically. I mean, I could have entered off here, I could have entered out here, but you know, it's I could have done this, I could have done that, right? It's just could have done this, could have done that, could have done this. My thing is, I'm not upset because I entered on my plan, right? One thing I could have done better was maybe wait a little bit, um, but I mean, I really don't know how much I could have waited. Honestly, what I could have done was I could have never took this trade because, as you see here, when I went in on this, on this engulfing, right, my stop loss would have been right there, and obviously you see these wicks prior. I was in the fluctuation zone, so price can move around that price. Ultimately, I wanted my stop to be down here, right? Down here, obviously. But looking at it hindsight, if the sellers pushed it down this way, I would not be looking for a buy because the sellers are more in control. I would now be looking for sells because it broke out of this support, right? So in hindsight, I mean, yeah, it looks like, oh my gosh, like I should have just waited from here. But in real time, when you're trading in real time, it doesn't look like that. Um, so yeah, man, just another consolidating day. I wrote down on my journal. I was like, wrote down my bias was longs, ended up consolidating. Took one trade and was going for the nearest high. Followed my rules, ended up going to my nearest highs. I was just wrong at what time I entered. And that's basically it. Like, I was just wrong at what time I entered. And the good thing is that I noticed is that, oh, here's my account. Here's my account. You know, I lost 205 for the day, and I'm done. I'm done trading. But one thing that I've noticed is that in the beginning, I used to get mad and like counter trend and just lose. You know, now I don't do that. Now it's just like, okay, I took a loss. It's consolidating. Do I really want to trade this? And I sit back, I reflect, I think after my loss. I'm like, okay, no, I don't want to trade today. It's consolidating. There will be more opportunities tomorrow, more opportunities next week, more opportunity next month, more opportunities next year. You know what I'm saying? So today is not the last trading day that I'm going to have. You know, I have more opportunities tomorrow, the next day. So that's why I gotta keep remembering that not every day is a trading day for me, right? Not every day I gotta make a trade. Not every day I have to get in the market, and I have to be more of an observer than putting in thousands of trades. I mean, if you look, I mean, let's see, let's look at my performance stats. I mean, it's for this account. I mean, I've never had a winning day so far. I mean, really. I mean, but look at my trades. I'm only taking, okay, this day I took 3 trades. This day I took 1 trade. This day I took 1 trade. I didn't even trade yesterday. As you saw, I didn't trade yesterday. So I'm not taking a lot of trades because I'm waiting until my my plan tells me to. And I know my plan it works because I've demo traded it for a week. I flipped an account from 500 to 1,000. I flipped it, so I know my trading strategy works. I'm just having a bad week, and that's fine. It's just I just gotta understand how to navigate that bad week, right? Just navigate the bad week, and once I have a good week, that will outweigh the bad week, right? So that's it for today, guys. I mean, as you can see, this is why I lost today. But hey, we're gonna come back tomorrow. It's a new day tomorrow, and we'll see what the market presents for y'all, and then I'll update tomorrow. As always, guys, stay safe, Jesus loves y'all. Peace.